Believers Project Zambia family. My name is Vupe, founder of this project right here. It is always so good to be back and have the opportunity to connect with you. And as usual, I am back with yet another video this week. And this week I begin my NGO highlights. Now, before I get into my highlights, today I would just like to give a disclaimer that all the information I will be sharing today and the next few weeks is information in the public domain. All I am doing is putting it together in bite-sized pieces, bringing it together, because a lot of the time otherwise you will not go out and get it. So I have not done any personal interviews with any of the NGOs I will be profiling for now, but I will be sharing with you especially the ones that have particularly touched my heart, have been beneficial to me. And the one I begin with, this one is particularly special because of all the information that they gave. And for me, I feel like they really champion our mission, which is driving meaningful impact. So the first ever NGO highlight for me is Youth4Parliament, and they caught my eye during the time before elections and even post-elections, just how influential and passionate they were about the work that they do. And you can even see that they're not driven by selfish ambition, trying to loot money from people, but genuinely want to leave a meaningful impact. They want to see youth engage in active politics and women too. So my first spotlight today falls on Youth4Parliament. Of their Facebook page, this is what I found. I checked for the website, but I couldn't access it. Could have been my connection, but there was a provision to access their website. And I also saw they have a Twitter account, they have an Instagram account too. I also found lots of information on YouTube as well. So you do well to follow them, especially if you're a young person who is passionate about governance issues and politics. I think they have a sober mind and their mission is quite clear, and I'm so happy that I stumbled on their page. So Youth4Parliament is an award-winning grassroots social movement that works on enhancing meaningful participation of the youth and women in politics and governance, with a focus on youth parliamentary representation. They are a youth-driven NGO, and these youths are active. I remember before the elections, I saw so much activity with them holding the former government accountable for issues relating to human rights and governance, and that's when I got to know them. And they are a bold group of young people who believe in the cause that they live out. So some of the principles that they have, they use grassroots mobilization and community organizing as a force for change. How good is that? And the second one is, we do not handle finances or money, as it is one tool that has been used to stop youth participation in politics, and we counter it with people power. These guys are deep. It's revolutionary what they're doing. Number 3, we are a revolutionary cause that speaks to youth power and youth leadership. Now, it's been a while since I looked at the statistics, but for the longest time, I remember when I was a child journalist, the main message we had as child journalists: children have the highest population, youth are the highest population in the country. And those were the people you needed to groom and raise for leadership. And here they are doing things. These were the children then, and now they are the youths in leadership. It's really inspiring what they do. And fourth one is, we do not fight for young people. We fight with young people. seeing that we are young ourselves. So they bring people along, and I think that's like a key component of leadership. It's not about dragging people to follow your cause, but it's bringing people along to walk the talk and walk the movement with you. And they're just powerful leaders. And the last one, number 5, is our strength is in our numbers and in the grassroots, ground forces that mobilize in various communities. I just think they do amazing work. It's clear what they want to do. So if you're a person who is passionate about politics and movement in relation to governance and elections and those kinds of things, these are the people you need to be reaching out to and supporting based off of their principles. If you find that they align, or if this is something you would like to do, these are a group of young people. It's a movement that have had their teething problems, yes, but they are making strides and moving forward. And another thing that I love about the Youth4Parliament movement is that they are not bound by petty politics. You know what I mean? You see that their members come from different political parties. It doesn't have to be the same political party. You see, they have the former ruling party members, and you even have but as you can see in this picture, you have Honorable Imanga Wamunyima Jr., who is the youngest member of parliament, and Honorable Jean Chisenga, who is the youngest female member of parliament, and the lady is from the PF and the gentleman is from the party National Unity and Progress. And you can see in that picture, they are both smiling and they work together as comrades. And another thing that was exciting for me in going through all their feed and trying to understand them better is that as of last year, 2021 September, the youngest mayor in Africa is a member of the Youth4Parliament. And that's what we mean when we say driving meaningful impact. It's doing work that makes a difference. Now we have youth who are in positions of leadership and actually making change. And it's just not about being in a position of power, but we even see in these pictures where we have the president of Zambia speaking with this same youth, his worship, the mayor George Mwanza of Chipata, where they dialogue about policies that affect the youth. So if it was another person, another older person, the chances would most likely be slimmer about getting youth issues as a priority because they are not youth. But because this is a member of a Youth4Parliament organization and youth matters are a priority, we see that these things have become a priority even to the head of state and even in parliament. So it's pretty amazing, and that is why for me Youth4Parliament was the first spotlight on the segments where I profile some NGOs. So do tell me more about NGOs that you know and what they're doing, and if they're as excellent as Youth4Parliament. And yeah, do check out their Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and their website as well, in case I am the one who just missed it with my poor connection. But yeah, Youth4Parliament for me is a great spotlight for NGOs or movements that make a difference. And they are an award-winning NGO. They won the Africans Rising Activism Award last year, which was 2021. So do get in touch with them to see if they will need your support, or if you just need to learn something from them to move you forward in what you plan to do. As usual, I will have to love and leave you now. Thank you for joining me. This has been Wupe. Until I come back next time, either with information or another video, thank you for joining me. Bye.